core values of Donald Trump. Did you know that Donald Trump's life only truly makes sense when you separate who the world demanded him to be from who he was internally driven to become? Do you now understand why admiration and controversy followed him simultaneously, almost as if they were karmically inseparable? Let me walk you through this slowly, because Trump is not a simple ego chart, nor is he a purely power-hungry archetype. His life is the collision point between extreme external status and deeply paradoxical internal detachment. External status versus internal status, the sun-moon divide. Externally, Donald Trump's sun in the natal chart is inseparable from visibility, authority, and recognition. Status was never optional for him. It was the arena he was born into. Buildings carried his name. Media magnified his persona. Leadership, dominance, and projection became his public oxygen. Did you notice how his identity was never subtle? That's because his external self required reflection, applause, reaction, opposition, admiration, outrage. The world did not just watch him, it fed him through attention. But internally, his Navamsha moon tells a different truth. Inside, Trump was not emotionally nourished by fame itself. His internal status did not come from approval, it came from emotional self-containment. There is an unmistakable detachment here, a psychological insulation that allowed him to withstand ridicule, criticism, and scandal without collapsing inwardly. This is why attacks that would emotionally dismantle others barely dented him. The applause mattered externally, but internally, he was not dependent on emotional validation. Do you now understand why public chaos never translated into private collapse? Responsibility. Burden outside, meaning inside externally. Trump carried Saturnian responsibility in the most unforgiving way. The world placed expectations on him. Businesses, legacy, institutions, governance, and eventually an entire nation. He was seen as someone who must deliver, must endure, must take blame, must hold structure, even when polarizing. Responsibility followed him, whether he sought it or not. Yet internally, Jupiter in the Navamsha reveals something subtle. Trump did not experience responsibility as guilt or duty. He experienced it as belief. Internally, he felt accountable only to his own principles, interpretations, and worldview. If something aligned with his internal belief system, he could carry immense pressure without remorse. If it didn't, no external expectation could force genuine compliance. This is why he appeared stubborn, unmoved, even defiant. He was not resisting responsibility. He was resisting meaningless responsibility. Action, force outside, calculation. Inside externally, his Mars in the natal chart made him a man of action. Bold statements, rapid decisions, confrontational moves. He acted first, spoke loudly, disrupted norms, and forced reactions. This is why the world experienced him as aggressive, decisive, and polarizing. But internally, Mercury in the Navamsha tells us something fascinating. His real action began in the mind. Internally, Trump is far more calculating than his public persona suggests. Strategy, language, timing, messaging, these mattered deeply to him. Words were not accidental, they were weapons, tools, signals. Do you now see why even his impulsive remarks often controlled the narrative? Externally loud, internally deliberate. Cause desire outside, detachment inside. Externally, Rahu drove him relentlessly. Ambition, dominance, limelight, disruption. The world kept provoking him to want more. More power, more recognition, more reach. Rahu ensured that Trump's life would never be quiet, never neutral, never ignored. Yet internally, Ketu in the Navamsha reveals the paradox. Inside, Trump is not emotionally attached to outcomes in the way people assume. There is a strange psychological severance. He can walk away, deny, detach, or rewrite narratives without inner fragmentation. This is why loss did not end him. This is why failure did not silence him. This is why retreat was never permanent. Externally, desire pulled him forward. Internally, detachment made him resilient. Creation, the one axis that never split. And then comes Venus, the most revealing stabilizer in his chart. Externally, Trump created value through branding, luxury, image, and association. Gold, glamour, names, alliances, his creations were meant to be seen. Internally, Venus in the Navamsha shows that self-worth itself was built through value systems, not emotions. Beauty, loyalty, hierarchy, and transactional clarity mattered more than sentimentality. This is why relationships in his life were functional, strategic, and value-based rather than emotionally porous. Love, loyalty, and partnership were not emotional refuges, they were extensions of value alignment. The final truth. So let me ask you this. Did Donald Trump chase power, or did power chase him? Was he emotionally fragile or emotionally armored? Was he impulsive or strategically provocative? When you view his life through external core values, Natal, and internal core values, Navamsha, a deeper truth emerges. Donald Trump lived a life where the outer world demanded dominance, while the inner world demanded self-containment. The chaos was external. The control was internal. And that, whether admired or criticized, is precisely why his impact was impossible to ignore. I shall see you in the next core value analysis of another celebrity. Meanwhile, take care and be safe.